Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the world of Deathopia. We are here just above my create room, in the smaller, less impressive create room of patheticness, but hey, who cares, right? Today, we are going to be building a bigger, better, more beautiful smelting, cooking, smoking system, which is essentially going to replace the washing process here and the cooking process down here. Now, I've already recorded a fair bit of content over the last day or so. Gotta love weekends, am I right? So yeah, I'm going to be getting stuck into the build. I will probably time lapse that just so we can fit some additional stuff in, but before that, I have a clip to show off the machine and all its glory. So enjoy that, and I will see you when it comes time to build. Okay, here we are back on my creative world with this monstrosity, I suppose we'll go with. It is big and chunky and certainly not well optimized, but it is finally a functional proof of concept for my multifunctional smelting, washing, cooking station. Now, it should work with any amount, so let's just top this up. You'll notice the train design from my survival world, all good fun. Now, if I hit the button and send this lovely thing on its way, you'll notice because cobblestone went through, this triggered, triggering all of the circuits required to cook. Specifically, it triggers here to turn on the lava and over here to latch off the water. Uh, Getting that working, bit of a pain in the ass, I gotta tell you. But you'll see the lava's splooging all its happy fun time over the cobblestone there. You just saw over there the reset circuit activate. Now, I don't know. It should, yeah, okay, it is definitely sufficient. In fact, it may be a little too long. But as this decay timer, does its thing and decays, sends off another signal. In that case, what it did was it sent a reset pulse to here. This reset the latch, turning the latch off, and it also sent another one down to here, which, triggered this. Or initially, there was also one sent here to turn this on, to turn off this clutch, to allow the fan to blow. Of course, when we say toss some gravel into the machine, same thing occurs. Now let's find out what we get out of a chest of gravel. Yeah, because it's just going back and forth, it's a little funky there. But you'll see, same thing, except this time, over here triggers latching off the lava circuit, so the lava can no longer activate, and it won't reactivate until this is reset, which occurs via this reset line. In the end, I did have to go with a predominantly redstone-based solution rather than a wireless redstone-based solution. I wasn't too happy about it, mind you, but unfortunately I didn't have much other options. Yay, fun. But as you can see, the washing is finishing and it's not really decaying. Oh no, here we go. I may take 4 of these out and see how well it goes, but system resets, everything goes back to the way it was, and we can check out. What do we get? 1, 2, 3 stacks of iron nuggets, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of flint. That's actually not a whole lot. Like, that is the amount of stone we got. Now, lastly, this system also works with food-based items. Now, to be fair, I've only programmed in stone, gravel, and pork, but these filters allow for practically every variety of smelting, smoking, and washing materials to be put through. So we should, well, I should be able to do pretty much all of it. Here you'll see both the lava and the water are latched off. This is because the reset switch is going to activate, and we need them to not activate, because that would cause problems with the next cycle. So over here we just have simply two wireless sets. I mean, theoretically I could, bring this down and under and over it. I may do that in my survival world. It was just easier here to not do that. But yeah, once this finishes cooking, you just saw the last of it go through then. This will begin to decay. Yep, gotta love it. And then it will reset and power off the fan there. I'm a little unhappy that I wasn't able to get all of them functioning in the same fan, but unfortunately I can't place a smoker in front of here and have the fan blow through it, because it would then interfere with the lava or the water when they activate. It's a bit of a shame. I don't know when I'll be building this in survival world. I'll probably spend a little more time working on compacting it. As you can see, it is fucking huge. And yeah, we want to fix that. So yeah, once I've done the work and fixed all of this up, we will get it built in survival mode. Until then, I will catch you in the next clip. Okay, so I know I'm kind of rehashing, some older content here, but as you can see, this is what it looks like now. I've shrunk down the circuitry a little bit. To be fair, the old design, it's part of my designing process. I lay everything out in a logical structure and then tightly compact it down afterwards. And as you can see, this is certainly far more compact than it was. If I can find out how to do so, I'll take a keyframe from this and a keyframe from the other one, and I'll put them side by side. I think the software I use can do that. Whether or not I'm smart enough to work out how to do that is a better question. So yeah, we're going to see about that. To be fair, there's also a little bit of redundancy with all the systems. The original version of this was far more complicated, not the one I showed just before, but the original in the other world, mainly due to my over-reliance on these bad boys, because each system requires one, and yeah, that leads to some problems. The reset circuitry was a lot easier, mind you, but yeah. The big thing that caught me up was feedback. Say, where is it? Here, this one. When you activate the lava, if this signal feeds back, then it can also delatch the water. That was causing the creation of obsidian. But a simple repeater fixes that problem real quick. Of course, with this being shrunk down and minimized a bit, we can also shrink down and minimize the create power delivery. I don't think there's a way to shrink that down. I mean, at this point, I could probably bring that in, and I could probably tie in different power points, but honestly, I think this is compact enough. As you can see, I was able to remove a few of these too, which is always good. Yeah. The footprint of this is currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, technically 12. So the footprint of this is 12 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 12 by 9. That's kind of small, I guess, for a combination smelter, cooker, smoker. I think it's good. The cost of redstone's a bit high, but I mean, that's how it is in Minecraft, unfortunately. But yeah, like, I'm still probably, well, I might. We'll see later. After this, I'm going to be jumping into my survival world and, having a bit of fun. Just mining, basically, because I need to do a lot of that, unfortunately. But yeah, we shall see how it goes. And now it just occurred, I could probably just Run the reset line right in there, couldn't I? Boop. Yeah, that works, I guess. You know, I better test it, make sure it works, but you don't need to be here for that. So I will be back in the next clip. Okay, we are back here in the survival world, and as you can see, I have built it. It is done. Well, for the most part, I've still got to program it and run some tests and hook it up to a create power supply, but other than that, it is done. I figured I'd bring you along for the programming section because it's actually good fun. Right, so this one is going to do the cooking. So it outputs in output mode. A little solar dish or radar dish on top is the receive mode, and it outputs to here. Now this will latch this freaking repeater here through that repeater, and just prevent any signals that come from the reset line here from interacting with this, which would cause the water to splooge out, and we can't have that, can we now? Of course, we also need to send a signal here. The fuck just happened there? What? What? Okay. Well, I will be back in a moment. Okay, we are back, and for whatever reason, by the time I got upstairs, it had returned to my inventory. So, back to what we were doing. Putting stone in there means that whenever cobblestone, or realistically anything that goes in the filter that'll be on this, triggers, it will enable this line, which will trigger this, which will splooge lava, which will then, you know, flow forward. Now, as for the activation down here, we need to put, well, that sucks, some here as well. And this just means that whenever signal gets sent to cooking, this activates, which then deactivates this torch, which allows the clutch to disengage, which allows the fan to rotate, which it can't do at the moment because I haven't powered it yet. Now, next, we've got here, and we program this with the washer. And then over here, we program that with the washer, and over here, we program this, if I could sit properly, with the washer. And here as well. And this just does the inverse of the other one. Of course, we got the cooked mutton, and to be fair, I'll probably just accelerate this footage. I think you want to see me doing this a third time. There is one difference, oh fuck me, with this one though, mind you. This one is the delatching system for here, and it also sends a signal down, which automatically sends a signal to the lava, which allows it to automatically latch. Of course, I couldn't find a clean way of running another redstone signal over, so we just use a wireless redstone signal over here. Now, whether or not I'll actually have to use it is a good question, like for cooking food, because my sheep get burned to death. Good fun, I know, right? Already, so they already kind of come out cooked in the first place. Oh. But yeah, I believe that's everything there programmed. Now, next comes the filters, and boy is this one good fun. So first we pop down some cobblestone, and we allow it. We can ignore the metadata. I mean, technically we should be rather specific, but we need to make sure it goes on the one with the stone. Next, we can program this one, and we program it with the gravel. Again, ignoring the metadata, and it would help if I didn't do that. And over here, where the gravel is, we pop that right there. of course, here we program it with the with the raw mutton. And I mean, eventually I will program it with all the varieties. Now, the fourth filter. Oh, that is for, if I can actually reach it from here, over here. Specifically on here. Now, it needs to be programmed with the cooked mutton, the cobblestone, and in the future, flint and iron, and basically anything else that gets washed. If it gets washed, concretes, can do concretes in this machine as well, then it ends up in here. That will be fun as. Now, the last thing I need to do is bring over some create power. As you can see, I've got these encased chain drives that are pretty long, so basically anywhere along here I can deliver power. It just needs to be turning the right direction so that the fans face or push air. They will both push in the same direction with this current configuration, but yeah, there's, stuff to be done. I also need to bring the train system further, and I need to redesign the input system up here, because there will need to be a new button. It'll go here, mind you, or if I can find a way to make this system tileable, it'll go right beside it. And yeah, I'm also thinking of moving the power system, and of course this will get ripped out because it's no longer necessary. But that is something I'm going to do off camera, and once I've got everything there done, and maybe a bit of beautification around here, I'll be back and we will continue. Okay, we're back. I believe I have this functional. I can't remember if it made it into the last clip, but there was a little bit of a mistake with how I set this up, and we kind of ended up with a bit of obsidian sitting right there. But as you can see, I've replaced the water and the lava. I also had to replace this, as it turns out that's where the problem was occurring. Every time a signal went here, a signal hit there, and yeah. So we're back to using a, well, single pulse on that. Not too happy about it, to be honest, but what do you gotta do? What would you do? I mean, yeah. It's all good. Right now, I can actually run a full-on test. You see, I got this here, concrete powder, like so. And, oh, hang on. What happened there? Oh, right. 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 Alright, well, that's unfortunate, but it is solvable, I think. It just means I've got to definitely use a machine to port stuff in. At the moment, I just need to get a signal sent here. How am I going to do that? I could do it if I had just one. There we go. Alright, what I do is, wasn't what I wanted. I'd do it a second time that time. Well, I mean, if I just chuck one in. There we go. Okay, now, it's working. To be fair, when the train delivers it, this will stay on, so it won't matter while it's, splooging all the goodiness into there. But yeah. At the moment, it is washing the concrete, which is great. When it does finish washing, unfortunately, because, no train yet, yeah, it'll just fall onto the ground and splooge all across. Yep, there we go. As you can see, detected that, and there we go. Powered off, clutch engaged, and this reset. And I fucking love it. So, this is now fully operational. All of the systems will work. To be fair, I haven't tested the smoker yet, but To be honest, I kind of built the smoker for what do you call it? Bloody freaking what's a doohickey? Yeah, like yeah, no, not that one. Yeah, I kind of built the smoker for like kelp and whatnot and food, but all of my food's kind of pre-cooked at this point of time, so yeah, I don't know if I actually am gonna need the smoker. But you never know. So, having a multifunction machine like this is always going to be useful. And I still need to get to building the automation circuits with applied energistics, but honestly, I haven't even considered that at the moment, and that'll be probably where I integrate the thingo from. But that's all good. Like, this is finished. I'm very proud of myself for having another one of these machines built and ready. I've got another idea, but I'm not sure if it's quite workable. But this is the third machine, because I already have the potion brewer. It's just not down here. But yeah, I've made a lot of progress. I've got to beautify this place a bit more. I can shrink this back a little too, I guess, right? Yeah. How far back's it go on this side? One, two. So, yeah, I kind of make them the same size, eh? Well, alrighty. I'll be back. Okay, here we are, back on my glorious creative world. Look at my little tree machine going. Next episode, I'll probably build one, maybe two, maybe three of them on the survival world. We'll see. But this is what I wanted to show off currently. This is my new button system, I suppose. You hit the button, toggle triggers, sends that back. When the machine finishes doing its job, it sends a reset pulse to either here or here. The other ones from the applied energistics system, what I'll have is somewhere above these buttons, or well, somewhere above the train system, I'll have some, what do you call it? It's bloody when my brain wants to do the worky thing. Content observers attached to chutes, and applied energistics will pump everything into the chest. The chutes will suck all the items out of the chest, and the content observers will detect whichever item is passing through and then light up whichever one of these bad boys is the proper one. Now, the only other thing that I need to add here is a boom pulse repeater. And yeah, I mean, we've still got the light as an indicator, but this is actually a lot simpler than I thought it was. And unfortunately, I can't tile them directly side by side. I mean, I need this, unfortunately. Although I think if I do this one, no, okay, these cannot accept a redstone pulse from underneath it, only from the back. Which is fair enough. I don't need the latch variety, well, the RS latch. I just need this variety for this one. But yeah, I mean, I should be able to build these fairly simply. Beyond that, yeah. Don't know how much of this episode's left. I'm about to get back into editing, and I will see you all in the next clip. Okay, welcome back. This is unfortunately going to be the last clip. I have a lot of work to do. As you can see, we've got the train down here, and you would think it was working since, the train made it down here, but no. No, for some reason, and I'm not sure if it's because there's an erroneous redstone pulse going off somewhere or what, but yeah, whenever the system gets to here, this retracts. And it shouldn't be doing that. There's a 40-second timer on this bitch, and It's not like a redstone signal has been sent off by one of these content observers, because the moment a redstone signal's sent off, one of these will latch. Neither of them latch. The system itself works. Like, I can show you that. If we just, chuck some white concrete powder in there, boom. Everything works. It latches off the cooker. And yeah, like, for the life of me, I do not know why this isn't working. What is causing this specifically to retract earlier than it should? Because it's supposed to be extended for 40 seconds, then retract. But yeah, it's not doing that. However, when this finishes, this will change over, the train will get sent off. All of the materials by that point will already be loaded in the train, of course, because this is always turned on when this machine isn't in use. This goes up as well. I need to make my way up so I can show you the new circuits I put in. Yay, fun! I do apologize about the morning voice too. I'm, yeah, half asleep. Now, ooh, shit. Uh, um, how am I gonna get the items back into the applied energistics system? I didn't even think about that. Talk about big brain. Since this is a physical object at the moment, I can probably just run a cable. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'll fix that next episode, though. Here you can see we have the start condition. We have an ME interface that I can put the patterns required into. Up there is, unfortunately, my cactus farm, so that's going to have to get torn out if I ever need to add an additional layer to this. But for now, with just two machines, we don't have a problem. And yeah, when items start coming through, they trigger a delay circuit that will prevent this torch from turning on until such a time as all the items have passed through. And then it triggers the wireless transmitter. Each machine has its own transmitter. As such, each has its own content observer and the filter that will trigger it. And yeah, then it'll either trigger here for the, well, ore processing, or here for the washer, smelter, cooker. As you can see, oh, hang on, why didn't this work? When the machine finished, it should have reset that. Well, I guess that's another thing I have to work on next episode, because, yeah, it's currently Sunday, and this is Monday's episode, so I gotta get this out. In any case, it has been a pleasure having you. I do hope you can join me next time. Please like, subscribe, leave comments. Got any advice, anything you'd like to see me build, please let me know, and I will catch you in the next episode. Have a good one. See ya.